In this video I'm going to be printing 8 fun, free and interesting designs, all from Creality Cloud. This first design is an Iris Fidget toy keychain. I'm printing this on the Creality K1 Max and I've upgraded mine with the CFS upgrade kit, which isn't necessary for any of these prints. Here I'm just going through putting it together. There's more detailed videos on how to do it, so I'm skipping through a bit of this, but it's showing you the basics of folding this over. I used a cocktail stick to glue the bit down, which worked quite well. You can do it without gluing them down, but it's fiddly as it is, so it's better to glue them down. Once you've got all these glued, you just arrange it on the spiral. This is the only real fiddly bit, especially with me having fat fingers, but I managed to do it fine. Once you've got it all lined up, you put the bit on top. The pins sticking up have to go into the slots on the top of that. What I did was turn it over, and again I used a cocktail stick to just gradually ease them over so they were all in the slots they were meant to be. And then once that's done, it says you can just clip the top on, but I stuck it on because I don't want it coming off and everything coming out. That's it finished. I just left it for the glue to dry, and of course tested it to make sure it was working properly. I printed 3 of these in 3 different colours so I could mix and match and make 3 of them in total, and they work quite well. This next model is a cookie design tissue box. Again, I'm printing this on my K1 Max, and I'm using matte filament. There's a matte brown and a matte white, which I thought was quite a good contrast. The print all came out nice and clean, and this all goes together well. There's a good thread on it. I thought this was quite a unique design. just like a biscuit. Here I'm just trying some tissues in it just so you can get the aesthetic of what it looks like once it's complete. This next design is a long snap together shelf. As it says, the links will be in the comments. I'll also put them in the description of the video. This is a fairly straightforward print. Doesn't take long at all to put it together. I just put the bars together and then laid out the top bits so I could clip it on top. This won't hold a massive weight, but I thought it ideal for, say, a child's bedroom. Put cuddly toys and things on it. This next model is called Jumpy Eggy, and it's just a fun little toy for the children to play with. I printed this all in PLA, orange, yellow and white. I probably should have used Pet G on the feet bit to give it a bit more spring, but it seems to work fine anyway. This bottom bit just clips in. You can glue it in as well. This model is a multi-purpose stand. Now this could be freestanding, or it's got some holes in it so it can be fixed to a wall. I printed this on my Creality High and everything went on a single build plate. The main part just slots into the base. Again, you could probably glue that in if you wanted to, but I just pushed it in. It's fairly well fitting, and the shelves have got little hooks on them, so they just slot in, so they can be moved or removed. I like this design because it's nice and simple, well thought out, slots together easily, and you don't need any support. This design is a ball gear fidget toy version 2. This will all print in one. I printed two of these, so I printed on my K1 Max, and the second one I did a colour change, so I printed the gears separately. All the pieces are labelled with A1, B1, B2, so they show where they go on the main base, and the pins just slot into the gears. Now I'm just showing how this goes together. Now I would suggest when you've got the pins in, you wind them round and round and round to make sure they're all nice and loose, because when I fitted this one fully together it wouldn't move, so I had to take it apart and loosen everything up. But I did that with the other one and that all moves nice and smoothly. And this is just clipping them into the main base. As I say, they're all labelled so you know where each gear goes. As you can see now I've completed it, it won't move, so I had to take it apart again and just loosen up the pins. I mean, it may be because I printed in a matte PLA and the silk had moved better, or perhaps just print the pins out of a silk PLA. But anyway, whatever, just make sure they're moving nice and smoothly when you put them in. This model is a ring pull helicopter. It slots over your finger. It's all prints in one. It's fairly quick print. Now I'm just showing how this goes together. It's got 3 holes for screws to hold it together. I didn't have any small screws, so I used super glue to fix the other one, and that holds nice and solidly, so it wasn't a problem. I did try this outside, and it does fly quite high when you give it a really good pull. This final model is a toy guitar. I printed this all on my Creality High and it all printed well. Here I'm just showing an easy way to slot the elastic bands through the holes. I use a bit of fishing line and then just loop the band through the fishing line and pull it through that way. Makes it a lot easier because it's really hard to try and push a rubber band through a small hole. Of course, alternatively you could just string it all with fishing line. Once everything was fixed together, I put the bands through the holes and then it was complete. And that's the last design. I'll put all the links to these designs, they're all free. I'll put them all in the comments so you can download them and try them yourself if you want. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, a like and subscribe is always most appreciated.